Video game bang, video game bang, video game bang.
Video game.
Mega Brand. Live from the sack, it's the livest. In fact, I'm putting rhymes on this track to put my guys on the map. Updates, geek news, tech talk, and reviews. They can summarize it so you ain't gotta breeze through. Listen once and you're forever fans. And I'm not saying it because their theme song features Mega Ram, the ultimate source of all geek media. Other podcasts, they just don't match up. Need proof? You can check the archives and catch up. Stats off the chain, we have rearranged the game. It'll never be the same. Now it's time to feel the
bang. What is up, my pizzas? Sacramento's #1 geek and gaming podcast is back, and we are ready to talk about some nominations. The rest of the year, you know, movies get to have their time. TV gets to have their time. They have award shows for everything. And right around November, December is when video gamers get their comeuppance. And we couldn't be more excited to go through the nominees in excruciating detail. EmmaSkies, what's up?
I should probably pull those up because I didn't know you were going to put that on me.
Oh,
What's
it's
up,
all
everybody?
on you. When is it not? You've carried the show for the last 2 years. What do you
That's
expect?
very true. I
Yeah.
should be used to it by now.
Exactly. Your back should be hurting as much as Norman Reedus carrying
It is. We
6,000
got a lot of packages.
boxes.
We got a lot of packages.
We'll talk a little bit more about that game because the reviews have not been super favorable. But it's
all
still
of
up for
them.
some
Not
of
all
our
of them.
awards, so we'll be talking about it. Also joining us on the show, my muse, great friend of the show now, Lexie. What is up?
What's up, Corey? How are you?
Good when you're not making me feel old.
I'm sorry.
You hit me with a legitimate
You guys,
okay
I had
boomer.
to hit. Yeah, I had to hit
100%.
him with that. Okay,
100%.
Well, it's pretty fucked up.
Okay.
Like, this is in our real life.
You have to hear the premise of the story, though.
It wasn't
Corey
even for sake of the show, though. You were just okay. You boomered me.
Look,
Why did you
guys,
do it? Why did you do this? to me?
He has clicks on his phone still active on his Apple.
Like when you're typing,
phone.
it goes click, 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 like some
Who
sort of
does
fucking
that?
sociopath.
Oh, I didn't know this was even a thing. I
Like
like
at
the
first,
clicks.
I was like, okay, cool at first, you know, but then he says how long he's had it. I'm like, bruh, okay, boomer.
I like the
I had to
clicks.
drop that on him.
It's
It wasn't even
What do you guys
like.
think?
It wasn't even that you like having them. It was like there's another option. Yeah, turn them off.
Exactly.
Nobody uses
I was
that.
I didn't even know what you meant by clicks, though. Like, I like that sound. It's comforting.
See, you
It's-
guys, see? Okay, boomer.
It feels like I'm doing something. Otherwise, it feels like I'm just like tapping the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like when it gives me the tick, I know like, oh yeah, I'm doing something.
You know how else you can tell
my
that your
God.
button pressed? Use your fucking eyes.
Damn.
Look at your screen.
I didn't know that.
There's nothing worse than like sitting next to somebody who has their
and
clicks
you hear
turned on.
and yeah,
And you're just sitting there minding your own business, and all I hear is
Annoyed.
click, 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 click,
Yeah.
click.
Well, I love watching the TV shows because everybody in television has Macs, and so when they're using their little iPhones, you hear click, 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 doop, doop. And I feel part of the tribe when I get to experience that. So when I text you guys, click, 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 doop, and I sit there and I wait, staring at my phone with a big stupid smile, and I get the doop. I just get so overjoyed.
I'm never
Okay.
texting you again.
Emma, you'll be proud of me. I'm evolving as a man.
Is that so?
a lot the last week?
but he still has the clicks.
He still has the clicks.
I'm going to the next level because I will announce it here on the show. I haven't said it publicly yet, but you guys know I'm having a baby, and
Yes.
we found out it's going to be a girl.
Aww.
I was that stage who everyone would ask, you want a boy or a girl? I kind of wanted a boy because my cousin is having a boy like within the same time, and we're the same age difference as us. So I was like, oh, we'll have like little mini me's. But
That's cute.
I'm gonna have a girl, and I now when I'm looking, we're building our wish lists and stuff on Amazon, and I'm obsessively researching everything.
So proud.
So
I'm proud of you.
like
too.
there's the
Yeah.
general stuff for like, you know, push carts and baby carriers and things like that, which I've watched about 4 hours worth of YouTube video reviews.
That's fine.
But then when it comes to the toys, girls are getting fucking ripped off when it comes to like cool nerd shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
I was typed in superhero baby clothes girl. because that's how I Google things. Like
Yeah,
it's just jumbled
exactly.
words.
No,
But
no,
then,
no.
like, baby clothes are all gender neutral. They're all shaped the same.
They're all shaped the
Yeah.
same.
They're all
but
just blobs.
but if you type in like
Superhero, yeah, it's
superhero
more-
baby girl,
yeah,
all you get is like the regular boy stuff.
yeah.
And if you want the girl stuff, like you have to buy it from like third party, and spend
it's
a
gonna
lot
be
more.
way higher. Yeah,
Yeah.
that will continue as she gets older.
Yep.
And I'm looking at books and
You have to
stuff.
shop in the boys section.
Yeah.
Proudly though, like the first book I put on my wish list is one called like All Girls Are Heroes or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's got like the
There
Marvel
you go.
superheroes,
Yep,
and each
that's
page is like
awesome.
Miss Marvel has the power of super strength, and then the
That's
next one you flip,
amazing.
Squirrel Girl can talk to squirrels and
That's
things.
amazing.
So
I love it.
I put that on my list. I'm gonna make sure she's ready for this world
Hell
and
yeah.
empowered. And now I'm finding myself getting a little mad when they don't have stuff for
Yup.
girls. So I'm,
Welcome to it.
I'm excited. I can't wait. We'll keep doing more updates.
The rest of your life.
Yeah, it is. That's the part that's scary. Like we were in the car today and it was dead silent. Like, we were
Never
just listening to
again.
music and I was like, man, in like a couple months there's just going to be a little thing either crying or asking useless questions. But
Aw.
it's going to be a journey. But this isn't the baby podcast. I'm going to start that one next. For us, we're going to be talking about, let's start with something that already happened. The Esports Awards, because two of us here watched it. I doubt Emma watched the Esports Awards.
I didn't even know it happened. I saw something on Twitter, and I was like, oh, okay.
It was strange.
happened.
I'm curious what your like your pure unspoiled opinion of it was from start to finish. Did you watch the entire thing?
I didn't watch the entire thing.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
No, that's fine. What'd you see?
I felt like it was close to the Video Game Awards, but not because of course that's different.
Yeah.
But
Let's be real, though. That's still a low bar.
Well, I think the difference is Video Game Awards. It's the spectacle. It's Jeff Keighley,
Yeah.
and it's like very
Yeah,
gamer.
yeah.
Doritos, Mountain Dew. Like very hey gamer.
where this
Let's
is
go.
more
Yeah.
team oriented.
This was
It's not even on TV anymore.
No, yeah, it used to be on like Spike, right? Spike
Yep.
doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
It's Paramount.
What
now.
about G4 TV? Okay, we're not gonna.
G4's? Oh.
That's an old wound. Don't
Okay,
go there.
boomer. You want to talk about boomer stuff? Let's go.
You can't say that.
I can't. It
You
didn't
can't
work.
say that.
Yeah. But the Esports Awards, here's the things that bothered me about it. I know and respect so many people who were there. We had a table. Energy did. I wasn't there. I don't get invited to those things. I'm not that level. But so we had our table. They're sitting next to Dr. Disrespect and
Wow,
all the
yeah.
nade shots, and so it's got everybody who's everybody in like this space. But the event was ran like it was trying to be too much like the Oscars or something. They did it up where everybody dresses up, and it's cool to see all these entertainers and stuff in the big
see
suits,
that,
and
yeah.
like Mercedes or Lexus was a sponsor, so there's fancy cars, and everybody like looked great. But it's like, come on, man, this is esports, and we can do things however you want to do. Like we haven't made it this far by copying what other industries do up to this point. So why did we try and tell cheesy jokes and have kind of like forced?
Just let it happen.
Let it happen. Make
Yeah.
it feel more loose and like this
Humanize the
the
brand more.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that.
We got snubbed all around. Baby. I was watching it with in chat right now. Joey Update, who I want to have Joey Update on the podcast just to tell his story because he's a very fascinating dude. He made a Twitter account for Optic Gaming. That was like a huge update channel because Optic had the Green Wall, which is this crazy rabid fan base, and just on his own created a Twitter account and rose that thing to thousands and thousands and thousands of people and got tons of community and fan interaction going. Got offered a job to work there. I believe he even turned it down or something crazy. So I really like to get his full story. But me and him were watching this thing together, and it was kind of the same thing where the jokes just weren't hitting, and it was more why are you doing this? We can do so much better. And then I'm salty because we lost everything, so it was probably a little bit of both.
A lot of one.
Yeah, whatever. We did get like third place, I think, for the SF Shock, which that was kind of frustrating too, because they would go up there and they'd be like in third place and just give
Wait,
us
why are
the
there
win.
places in an award show?
I mean,
It's like
If
you
you ain't
either
first,
won.
you're last.
Exactly.
It only
You're
stung-
first in somebody's heart, though.
it only stung a little bit worse, as far where I was sitting, and I think that was the only category where we even had like a placement. So it felt good to get, I guess, some representation.
There's
on
no
the
like
stage.
mini Oscar that the other nominees get.
Didn't you hear? Everybody gets a trophy, Emma.
Everybody gets a
Everyone.
fucking $3,000 gift bag is what they get.
Yeah, and
That's true.
that. Oh man, I got to talk about this too. One of the biggest misses that Joey mentioned for Play of the Year was one of the categories, Esports Play of the Year, and they didn't even show the play.
What?
They spent like
You can't just say this is a category and not show me the top plays of the year, and then me, the viewer, look at this and say, "Okay, that's
how do
the
you get
play of the
excited
year."
about it?
Exactly.
They assume you
You
must
gotta
have
hype me up.
They assume you've watched every sport for every game or
But
whatever.
that's
But
not what they should assume.
They could have done it though, but before that category, they had a guy come out and talk for like 15 minutes. And then they got to the category and skimmed through it. I was like, man, I would have rather watched some dank plays right now than that guy talk. I don't know. Overall, I like to see it for the growth. Like, it seemed well attended. They sold tickets to get in, so it had like all the tables with all the
Oh, it
fancy
was like
people.
open to the public?
Well, see, the first half, like up
the
front, was all the
area.
tables of the invitation. I think it was all roped off, and then they had like stands behind all them of stands.
So essentially, like an esports like competition, but for the award. That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know how much a ticket cost. I don't know
about
any of that
okay.
stuff, but people pay to go watch the. I
I'm
mean,
gonna Google this shit right now.
people love those entertainers, so it's a chance
Yeah,
to see
yeah,
them.
yeah. Of course,
You know?
yeah.
So I mean,
I can't buy a ticket to the Oscars, but whatever.
Well, this is the Esports Awards. It's for the people, by the people. I think the highlight was probably when was the highlight? Probably the
Wow,
speech.
that's a
I was gonna
great
Yeah.
recommendation.
Yeah.
I wanted to default to when we won, but that didn't happen. So no, I don't know. And take it for what it is. If you
Wow.
watched it, you watched it. All that to say, we were bummed out. We lost a little bit, just a little salty. And then, to everybody's delight, everybody's chagrin, the Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
The one that's kind of more popular, more to the masses of gamers instead
Fuck
of
the
subculture of
Oscars.
esports. Yeah, fuck all that. Comes out, and
Nothing's ever gonna top that.
we got some nominations
We do.
in there.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start in here?
Okay,
Do
so
you have
here's the
them all
thing.
up?
Here's the question, because we didn't discuss this beforehand like smart people do. Are we going through all of the nominations?
Yeah, because there's different categories.
Or are we kind of hitting the high points? What do we how we want to do this? Do we want to walk everybody? Do the people want to know all of them?
Yeah, and if they're uninteresting or we don't know, we'll just read the names and skip on to the next one.
Fair enough. So I'm starting from the bottom of this list because they put like game of the year at the top. So I'm like starting at the bottom, we'll work our way up.
Gotcha,
Okay.
Gotcha.
So best VR AR game. First of all, do you guys know the nominees? Or is this the first time you're hearing
Yes.
them?
No, I actually voted this morning.
Okay, so you know.
Probably.
Do you know
Yeah.
Corey?
Yeah.
Oh wow, lame. Okay.
Well, I voted too, and some of
But
them.
you can name them all. So we
Yeah.
can.
It's just not as fun. Okay, whatever. So, best VR game, VR or AR: Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky. Okay, and Trover Saves the Universe. Beat Saber has to take that.
Yeah, I voted for
100%.
Beat Saber. 100%. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, haven't even heard of the other ones, but
Beat Saber was like legit the hit, the top of the year when it came out. Everybody was like, "Get Beat."
That's why people
Saber."
bought VR
Exactly,
equipment
to play Beat Saber.
I thought Beat
It's so
Saber
like-
was like years and years old, though. I've heard people talking about this game for a long time.
I think it's been like early access for a while.
For a while, yeah. But it officially came out this year.
But yeah.
Yeah, I voted for that one too, just by name recognition. I think this is, the most bottom category for a reason, because look, No Man's Sky is nominated.
Fucking yikes.
What does that tell you? So yeah, Beat Saber should and will most likely win this one.
Strategy games are Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Anno 1800, Fire Emblem, Three Houses, Total Wars, Three Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. Not one of which I have any interest in playing.
Yeah, me either. I voted for Anno only because of name recognition again.
That would be, for me, that would be Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I voted for Fire Emblem just because my homies who
You
I
don't
see-
have to vote
a
for
good
all
one.
of them, You can skip the ones you don't know.
That's it. Not no. You get they actually reward you for
Yeah,
voting for
they
all
do.
of them. You get
What do you-
achievements.
Yeah, that's true.
But what achievements on
I'm
what?
with you.
Achievements on the website.
Yeah.
on the website that you've never visited before and
But
never
you
will
get
visit again?
still get achievements. I'm with you.
But what does it mean?
It's like getting an Xbox achievement. It's
okay,
just
but you're on your Xbox all the time and it contributes to your gamer score, which is
but next year, when I go back to the site to vote, I'll be like, remember that achievement I got?
Yeah,
Do you remember anything you did last year?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted all the points, so I voted on everything.
Oh my god.
And that way, then when they go on the broadcast, they could say over 6 billion people
Yep,
voted.
exactly. And I'll be like, I was one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I went Fire Emblem just for the homies.
Best sports racing game. We have Dirt Rally 2.0, eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020. That's a
Ooh,
fucking name.
Yeah.
F1 2019, FIFA 20, and the easy winner. I don't know why anybody else is nominated. Crash Team Racing Nitro
Yeah,
Fueled.
that's what I voted
Wait,
for.
didn't that game came out in the 90s?
Nitro Fueled. That came out this year.
Yeah.
Wait,
this
that's
year.
the remake, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a remake. Why does that get nominated?
But it's this year's
But
game.
it's this
Resident Evil 2
year's
is nominated for
game,
Game
yeah.
of the Year. That's a remake.
I didn't vote for that either.
Wow.
I don't think this game should have been on there. I think it's just a facelift
Bruh.
on an already mediocre game.
Wait a minute. I just realized what game is not nominated.
What?
I didn't see Spyro Reignited Trilogy anywhere on here.
That's true.
There you go, because it was
That's
a
some
great
bullshit.
game for its time, but that time is gone.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That game is fantastic today. It was fantastic then.
All that said, I voted for FIFA 20
You disgust me.
because I looked at all these games and was like, which one would I play? And I'd play FIFA.
You disgust me. Score. Oh, Renegade in chat is saying it came out last year. Maybe that's why. Maybe it came out last year. I feel like. Oh God, where did the year go? Score and music: Cadence of Hyrule, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Sayonara Wild Hearts.
I voted for Kingdom Hearts 3. It has a beautiful score, but I know Emma has played Death Stranding, and she said that has a beautiful score too. So
The music in Death Stranding is so good.
So you canceled each other out.
the
essentially.
yeah, I
so
guess.
I was like,
Like the music for
Describe it. What makes the music so good? Because I think Outer Worlds had great music and got snubbed in this category.
I don't.
does it have a?
I can't even
like
think about the music in like if I'm trying to think about the music in Outer Worlds and nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You do
Corey,
the
what are you doing?
Freddy theme? Oh, I do know the
Oh yeah, the
menu
beginning.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was beautiful.
The menu music is
But I
really
mean,
good, but that's the
you
only thing
can't
I remember.
count that in a category if it's like not a lot of music, like a score throughout the game. Like Kingdom Hearts has like different.
Oh, don't give me
scores.
that. It's all about what people spend the most time in, and it's on
Bruh.
that lobby.
Death Stranding
In
has
the,
like
you spend
a
more time in the
score.
menu than in the game.
Yes.
Bruh.
Do you
even
play
game?
the game?
No, I just watch the pretty animations flash around the
The
screen.
only thing I've done that with, I will legitimately turn on Minecraft just to go to sleep to the menu music. I could just go to the music on Spotify. Instead, I open the game and just leave my TV on to fall asleep to. But the music in Death Stranding is really good because it's not so much like the score is there, but it's the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack
what
for the
I'm
game,
saying.
like Kojima clearly spent a lot of time thinking about what he wanted, like each individual region to sound like, because each region has its own, like each story mission, each region has its own songs that are different from the other ones, and then you kind
Is
of
it
pick
a
things up.
soundtrack in Outer Worlds?
And
I don't
Bring Me
like
the Horizon did a new
like
song just
that.
for Death Stranding, which I just found out 2 days ago, and oh my god, it's really
What?
good.
Wait, so Death Stranding has actual licensed music in it?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's most of the music in it.
Oh, then they
that
It's
might
a
count?
win.
soundtrack,
Score
yeah,
and
score and
music?
music for outstanding
Oh,
music.
Do
or
you think they would
licensed soundtrack,
yeah.
win? Because I don't know how many people are
Yeah,
playing
you're just
it. You see what I'm
piggybacking off
saying?
of other people. Man, that's weak. I don't like that. You should have. I want to see original compositions.
Bring
See,
Me the
that's what-
Horizon literally
That's
did a
what
new song
Kingdom
for
Hearts
this game.
did. So.
I'm sure other people did, but the Bring Me the Horizon one was the one that got me excited. So, yeah.
I voted
Now I
for
need to
Cadence
listen
of Hyrule just because I was like, I like Nintendo music. So
I was gonna say, did you even play that?
nope, it was the most uninformed guess.
disgust
You're
me.
one of those people.
Yep.
You disgust me.
I saw Zelda and I was like, I like that song. You know, like all the Ocarina of Time.
Somebody
so
said Grand Theft Auto.
I'm sure that's in there.
Whatever.
Grand Theft Auto had some good tracks. Anyways.
Best RPG, Disco Elysium, which I hadn't heard of until these nominations, and it's nominated in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy XIV, Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and The Outer Worlds.
See, okay, I voted for Outer Worlds just because I really want them to win everything.
I do too.
I really
I'm like,
do.
I want this for them.
I voted for them clearly in this one, mainly because I didn't play any of the other ones. So
That's fair.
The other one I had a question on though is Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Is that just like an expansion?
Yeah, so Iceborne was the
Yeah.
expansion for Monster Hunter World this year, and it's big enough that you would count it as like its own game.
See, that's such a blurred line.
Yeah, no.
Because you want it.
Yikes.
Dang.
Well,
He
you're a
brought that
good
all together.
girl. Actually,
Big
as a
yikes.
future father,
There you go.
I'm against all Robin
There
Thicke
you
music
go.
now.
There it is.
No, but I was thinking like Overwatch 2, for example.
Right?
That doesn't really feel like a 2. It sounds like they're calling it a 2.
But it'll be counted as a 2.
It's being counted as a 2. But what does that even really mean? It seems more like an expansion pack than really a 2. Just like the new consoles don't feel like next gen as much as just the same thing with faster processors. Like back
No,
then,
they always are.
No, because if you got a Super NES, it wouldn't play NES games, and there's no way you could hack it to play them. It was a whole new technology.
Yeah,
You
new
went from-
cartridges, new.
yeah, the bits increased from like 8 to 32, and they kept going up, and then they went to polygons, away from pixels, and then that was a thing, and now it's just like they're all playing the same software, whether you're on a computer or a PlayStation. Like it's I don't know what next gen is anymore, if it can be. Okay, what's next?
Performance.
Okay.
This is the one I'm severely conflicted on because they come out of the gate real quick. Ashley Birch is Parvati.
No, boy, I didn't even see what she was nominated for.
Yeah, Parvati.
She's
in the Outer
Parvati?
Worlds. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I love her even more now.
You didn't know that?
No, I had no
well,
idea.
I did vote for her, but I didn't know.
So Ashley Birch is Parvati
That
in
makes me
the
so
Outer
fucking
Worlds.
happy.
Courtney Hope as Jessie Faden in Control.
Okay.
Laura Bailey as Kate Diaz in Gears
She's a
5.
classic.
Maz Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Matthew Peretta as Dr. Casper Darling in Control.
Yeah.
And Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding.
Meh.
I'm so conflicted.
So I guess your conflict was between Mads Mikkelsen and Norman Reedus.
And Ashley Birch.
Oh, that's right.
Because she fucking killed it. Parvati, like, she became an absolute, like, breakout main character.
Yes. So,
She's, like, the best part of the game.
But when you had to make the choice, what did you do?
I haven't voted yet.
Oh, you have it. You
No.
still can be swayed.
Yeah.
Ashley Birch all the way. I love
tough.
Ashley Birch from Borderlands, and we interviewed her. She was one of our first big interviews.
Really?
Like,
That's awesome.
early VGB days. When we got her, we were surprised that she said yes, first of all.
awesome.
And we thought, how can we ruin it? And we ended up introducing a game called Bitch You Guessed It with her. And she was the best, like, sport. She made
that's
the
awesome.
segment. And ever since then, I voted her. Oh, and then 2 weeks later, I wanted to get her brother on the podcast.
Oh,
and I
cool.
reached back out to her on Skype, and she made it happen for us.
That's
after
amazing. Is she
endorsed
from
us-
here?
No, I don't know where she's from.
Oh.
But she had an amazing YouTube channel
That's
back in the
awesome.
day. So she's one of those ones who's just been in the industry forever, and it's so good to see how far she's made this journey.
Yeah, that's
To me,
awesome.
it feels like they're just throwing Mads Mikkelsen and Norman Reedus on here because they hope they show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That would be fucking sick.
I don't think they would, though, would they?
That'd be fucking sick. I don't
Norman
know.
Reedus might. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm so in love with Maz Mikkelsen
So,
that it's
did
just
you
like
watch Hannibal?
I
love Hannibal.
Oh my god, I still
They need
want.
to
I still want
have
season
the
3
ne-
so bad.
Yes. Yes.
I'm on a mailing
Agreed.
list for like a petition for season 3 that I've been on for like 5 years, and they
Hannibal
still email
needs
me.
to happen.
And Hugh Dancy and Maz Mikkelsen are like still up for it. Oh my god, people, give us more Hannibal. This show's
Please.
phenomenal.
So-
I can't believe that show was on network television.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
That's a whole thing. Anyway, I really like Maz
I'm
Mikkelsen.
still one of the few that watches The Walking Dead unironically.
Yikes.
And Norman Reedus is obviously a very popular character on the show, but he's not a great actor in my opinion. I don't see him like stealing scenes and really captivating people with, acting. And I've seen him in a few things. So when he's up against Mads Mikkelsen and you're saying it's close, I'd assume as far as giving a great performance in theater acting, Mads Mikkelsen would have murdered him.
So the difference in their performances is that obviously you're playing as Sam and you spend all of your time as Sam, and you see snippets of Mads Mikkelsen giving like theatrical performances. Like
Yeah.
you're not interacting with him at the point that I'm at. I don't know if you ever will, but like at the point that I'm at, you're watching scenes of him. You're not interacting with him. You can't talk to him. You can't you're just watching him. And watching him give these basically like short little monologues.
Gotcha.
Which obviously he does very well because he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
But so far I haven't had to watch like his animated shower scenes the 9,000 times that I've had to look at Norman Reedus' ass before I figured out you can skip those cutscenes.
Oh my god.
So we'll see.
Ashley Birch for me. You went Ashley Birch, and Emma's still undecided.
Yeah.
We put you on the spot, man. What are you doing?
I'm just
You
saying.
gotta choose right here.
No.
They're not gonna hear and get upset. Well, we could message them, I guess.
Best outgoing. Best ongoing game: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
So I voted for Fortnite.
We
just
all know
because
Fortnite's gonna win.
I need that exactly.
Really, a self-fulfilling prophecy over here? You're like, I know it's gonna win, so I'm gonna vote for it.
And granted, it does. Like I've played Fortnite maybe twice.
Yeah.
But it's fun in the way it is. I just haven't got into it like that. So I'm just like, the rest of them, I was just like, I don't know.
Fortnite
is the most ongoing. And the really cool thing with where they shut it down and stuff. So I was like, I gave it to them for that.
Yeah, so Fortnite as a game, I can't stand. I hate the game. Like, just personally, I don't like it. I don't have fun. However, that doesn't mean that I don't see what the company does.
Yeah, exactly.
And see how they're killing it. What I don't... What I would vote against them based on principle, because part of the way that they're able to keep giving this content all the time over and over again, like, and just keep it so fresh and so new, is their devs are constantly in crunch all the time. There's no relaxation.
There was a couple news stories that came out a while ago, but then they all died. Like I don't hear too many complaints about that.
It just stopped.
So maybe they've corrected internally what's going on. Who knows?
I think the news cycle just got over it.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past people. I also voted for Fortnite.
Yeah, I hate you
Just
both.
because I looked at it in Apex Legends, although like if I was choosing my favorite game, Apex. But I'm a little disappointed in how they've supported it. Maybe they need to go into crunch a few more times. Maybe not as much crunch.
Wow.
How about a little crunch?
No crunch.
Tiny bit of crunch.
Not
Like
no cinnamon toast crunch.
What else we got?
My favorite category, best narrative.
Of course it is. All right.
Best narrative, and I haven't actually played most of these games. I'm very upset. So, A Plague Tale: Innocence, which I really want to play, especially after Nexie's recommendation.
Nexie really was high on this one.
She was loving it. Control, which again I want to play so bad after seeing how many things it's nominated for. Death Stranding. We skipped past one. Disco Elysium and The Outer Worlds.
This
and
is
of
crazy.
course, I voted for Outer Worlds because of the trees. The talk trees. I was like, it's so in depth. Why not? You know.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think, Emma?
I don't know. I feel like The Outer Worlds has like this crazy branching narrative because it's almost like trying to compare two very different things. So you have something like Death Stranding that's a very linear A to Z story, and you're on that path, and then you have something like Death Stranding, which is an ever branching. There's 9,000 different ways you can play it kind of story, and you're trying to put the two against each other and like which is the better narrative. Like that's a really hard thing to come at. I mean, also there's other categories or good games in this category. I just have not played them. I want to play Control so bad.
I heard it's good.
I'm looking up the definition of narrative because I never thought of it the way you kind of broke it down. So, according to Merriam-Webster,
okay,
David Webb's grandparents, they say something that is narrated. Okay, that's the throwaway one.
Thanks.
A way of presenting or understanding a situation or series of events that reflects and promotes a particular point of view or set of values. Right there, why was Dead Stranding even nominated? Get that out of here. It doesn't even know what it's trying to tell you, let alone it trying to teach you a particular point of view or set of values.
I mean, that's 100% what Kojima wants that game to teach you, a particular set of values.
It's teaching you
That's
how
the
to deliver
whole
packages.
thing.
It's all nonsense.
I mean, you may think that, but like that's not to say that there isn't a point to it. Like he very clearly hits that point home. It's about connecting both in the real world and the game, and it's like, and the way that you're playing the game is connecting. And like whether or not you buy into that shit or not, like it's there.
I think he's teaching us patience.
Maybe I don't buy it. I think The Outer Worlds gave us clear.
Okay.
You know what the overarching story or issue is. It's a world that was taken over by capitalism, and you're seeing the world through this kind of
in space.
Yeah, in space, which makes everything cooler. But you're getting an actual, like, that's a narrative to me. It's like, let's imagine a world like the Fallout did, where it's basically the transistor was never invented. So this is how we think the world would have gone if no one invented a transistor. People would still kind of be modern, but they're using like tube technology, and what would things look like? That was super fascinating. That's a narrative. That's a whole fictional world you put me in that I could dig deep and, you know, read and get through. But I think just for that reason alone and the scale of the story, that game should get it. I'm not fanboying on this one. I really think that one. How dare you?
Best multiplayer game: Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, and The Division 2. I want Tetris 99 to win this so bad.
Hell yeah!
Just for the meme of it.
Yeah, Tetris winning an award in 2019
would be amazing. Yeah.
Did you? So is that where your vote is going? Are you
100%.
You're committing to the bit.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna vote for Tetris 99.
All right. I'll see. I actually also voted for Tetris 99.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
No way.
Yes.
What if it's a sleeper and it actually wins?
I met the person who made Tetris. I forget his name at PAX, and
Really?
he signed like a Tetris poster for me. Yeah.
What?
So yeah, like back in the day.
So now you feel like obligated.
Wow. Yeah.
You had to vote for your friend.
Oh yeah.
Going through them real
Super
quick. Multiplayer game Apex Legends is great.
I
And
want to get back on Apex so bad.
it's great, and what it did with the whole ping system really made it a
So
fun
good.
multiplayer
The ping
game.
system and the respawn system.
I want to troll and be like, you know, Overwatch or League of Legends for multiplayer game when that's giving people more stress in life. You know, you have to deal with kids calling you names. You know, you still get some of that in Apex, but
Right, you get a tough skin from.
that's looking on the bright side.
You got to these days, bro.
When you're looking at the on here, like most of them are online multiplayer, when the only traditional I feel like one is like Borderlands 3, where you're stuck to that party of 4. You don't have to deal with strangers too much.
That's true.
And then Call of Duty, it's just been a clusterfuck. Like the people, pros, players, everybody's pissed off at how awful the balancing and how bad the maps are. So there's no way that one would win. You heard it here, everybody. If you listen to VGB, let's make Tetris win, and then we will
I
rejoice.
want Tetris to win so bad.
Let's go. Let's
literally
lobby.
all I want.
Who do we got to pay? Let's do it.
Best mobile game. I don't know any of these except Call of Duty Mobile. This was the first time I've ever heard that Call of Duty
What
is a
was the
mobile
other
game.
names for?
Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of the Light, and What the Gulf.
I would assume you would vote for Sky Children of the Light, Emma, just
I
because
would
you
vote
think it
for-
would be enlightened and cool, like
Wow.
a great narrative.
Wow. I
It
would
seems
vote
like
for
you'd
none of
have-
these because I don't need the fake internet points that come from voting for things I don't understand.
Well, you like that deer game.
You are like harping on this deer game.
Oh, I did vote. Never mind. I'll wait until you get to that category.
I can't wait for that game to come out, that deer game.
I can't wait.
I'm going to play it. I'll play it.
Okay.
And
You're not going to like it.
No, I'm not.
And then he's going to shit on it for being a bad game because it's a game that he doesn't like.
Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't be mad if you looked at these and said, oh, Sky Children of the Light seems, better or more like something I would play and voted for it, because I did that straight up and I voted for What the Golf. Because I looked.
I didn't say it. I was like, that looks cute. That looks like a cute game.
I looked at the picture of the little golf man and I was like, that looks funny.
Oh
And I
my
voted
god.
for it.
You are just the worst. Oh man. Best indie game.
Oh, here we go.
Baba Is You,
I'm
Disco
excited for
Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game.
That is what I
Goose
voted
Game
for.
is gonna take this. No contest.
question.
Well, what's
Yeah.
crazy is this is the memes versus like a lot of people. So I didn't know what Outer Wilds was.
Outer Wilds is pretty good.
I'll be straight. I didn't know what the fuck it was and then anytime I saw people voting for it, I was like, oh, they must have auto-corrected Outer Worlds to Outer Wilds.
Yep,
That's
yeah,
funny.
Yep.
And then it turns out it's a real game.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people really like. And it's got more nominations as we go up. So logic tells me, it'll probably not get Game of the Year or some of the higher prestigious awards, but it should clean this one up until I saw the Goose Game.
It's gonna
I
kill
was like,
it.
no doubt about it. The goose wins. Like,
Meme
no
culture. We'll see
Yeah.
how powerful meme culture is in video games with
Dude,
this award.
Did you see how many stars have played this game, the Goose Game? I think.
I did not.
What's her name? Crap, the singer.
Mariah Carey.
Lady
John
Gaga.
Legend's wife
Chrissy Teigen.
Oh, yeah, Chrissy Teigen.
reached out about this game to the
Oh, no.
creator because she wanted to play it.
Oh, my God.
Like-
Wait, why didn't she just buy it?
No, she was like asking, like, what is this game? Da-da-da-da-da. And then they reached back out, told her, and I think she did buy it.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Legitimate game versus meme.
That's gonna win.
Wow.
100%.
So my other favorite category, and I have a clear, strong winner, and everybody here better fucking vote for it.
What is this one?
Games for impact.
What does that even mean?
So this is for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so games that have like a good, I mean, like I said, like a good social
piece.
meaning, a good message.
Okay.
So we have Concrete Genie, Gris, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, and Sea of Solitude, everybody.
Oh,
Sea of Solitude.
You were all about that one in the beauty, right?
100%. I was reading these yesterday, and like I like flipped my chair. I was like, Sea of Solitude better fucking win this category. You better vote for it.
I think
you
I
better
voted
vote for
just
it.
because it was cute.
Every listeners better vote for Sea of
I haven't
Solitude.
played it.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're on the same page. Vote for Sea of Solitude.
I'm sorry, I already voted.
The fuck did you put?
He put Life is Strange.
I
bet
did!
because
It's the only
most
one you've heard
commonly
about.
known. Yep.
No, it's Ashley Birch. So I
Only
voted
one
for
you've heard. She's not in this one.
She did the first one.
Oh my god.
Oh
So
my god.
Automatically tighter. And then you said it was Gris? I thought it was Grease.
I am assuming that it's pronounced Gris,
Grease.
but I have not actually heard it like called that.
No, so Sea
I
of
don't
Solitude, you talked about how beautiful it was, but I didn't know it had like a positive message.
So
What's it
the
about?
whole thing of Sea of Solitude is that your main character Kay, you're going through all these places where her loneliness and her depression have manifested into these monsters that she's facing in her life, and these flooded cities and these destroyed towns, and it's her mental state, and it's you fighting that and like going through it, and like the game is beautiful. It's like a true look at depression and like how it affects you and how it changes your perception of the world around you and how it causes you to do things that you shouldn't be doing and you don't realize until years later when you can finally look back on yourself.
In a video
and,
game. I had to make that joke.
How dare you? It's so good. Like I couldn't get over this game when I played it. Like I've always very much felt that like video games are a very true form of art, but like this is when I talk about that, this is what I mean. Like this game, right? It's so good. Oh my god, everybody play this game. I cried so much. I like went on a Twitter rant about what an amazing piece of like art this is, and oh, it's so good.
Alexander
So
Baggs, like a show years ago was really into this game. I can't remember what it was called. It might have been Depression Quest or something like that. But it was kind of like a text-based game.
Was it Dragon Quest?
No. No, it was like a very indie game that was about anxiety and depression. And it's basically text-based, and you get multiple choices on how to react to these situations. And it's supposed to like give you a glimpse of what it's like to have anxiety. So like you get to some parts, like someone calls you, asks you if you want to go out, and then the yes button you couldn't click.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't an option
wow.
because, trying to illustrate that when you have it, that's not an option for you.
Wow.
It was pretty interesting.
deep.
I learned a little bit just from his review. I never played it myself because I like shoot 'em up bang bangs, but maybe someday.
I can't.
All right, so everybody vote for Sea of Solitude. I voted incorrectly.
I can't wait until Sands of Sorrow comes out, and given the game and how it ends, and I'm pretty sure I know what Sands of Sorrows is going to be, and I'm very excited for it. Oh, I can't wait. Everybody go vote for this
So
game.
we're getting into some big ones now.
Game direction.
All right.
Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and Outer Wilds.
See, there's Outer Wilds again popping up in the big boy category. This is awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Okay.
I voted for Sekiro.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Have you played it?
I
Not trying to bust you out. Not trying to.
I watched.
It counts.
It looks really good.
Okay.
So
How are you going this
it's
one, Emma?
very beautiful.
I don't know. Well, because again, the only one in here that I've played is Death Stranding. What I want to do is play Control before I vote on any of these. Control is the one that like I would really like to experience before, but I don't know that I'm gonna have time to. But like even if you're like gonna shit on the narrative of Death Stranding and you're gonna shit on the gameplay, like you can't deny that like
It's beautiful.
It's a very good looking game, but like it has a very out there like direction.
Yeah, I would say that this.
This is the category it could
Yeah,
take.
I would
well deservedly.
100%. I actually agree with you because
Wow.
for narrative, don't give me that shit. This game has no narrative.
Corey agrees. In
But
this
when it
category.
says, I like to read the description and give it a shot. And it said for a creative vision. If this was a painting, this game was condensed to a painting, I wouldn't fucking understand it. But I'd say That's creative.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
some modern art
what
right
that
there.
is. Yeah, I don't understand it, but that's creative. I wouldn't say it has great storytelling narrative. But yeah, I actually did vote for Death Stranding in this one because I wouldn't vote. Although Resident Evil 2 is the best game in the category, it's a remake. I'm not going to vote for the remake. And Control looks cool, but no experience with it.
Fair enough. So we have the fresh indie game presented by Subway.
I'm glad you kept in the presented by Subway.
Oh yeah,
That's very important.
Got to keep that.
Subway paid a lot of money for that.
They did. So this is recognizing a new independent studio that released its first game in 2019.
Okay.
So studio, I'm gonna mess this up. Zaum for Disco Elysium.
Okay.
Nomada Studio for Gris. I don't know how to pronounce
Gris.
it. Dead Toast Entertainment for My Friend Pedro, which I've heard very good things about. Mobius Digital for Outer Wilds. Mega Crit for Slay the Spire. And House for Untitled Goose Game.
And I voted for Goose again.
It's gotta go to the Goose Game. It's gonna go to the Goose Game.
It's got
It has to.
I think it's either the Goose Game or again Outer Wilds. And wasn't that who they were pit against in the other category?
Yeah.
Damn. It's kind of crazy that the Goose Game got this many nominations considering how things get nominated. You know, there's an actual voting jury
Yeah.
that are all around the world, and they are of various different like not just media outlets like IGN and stuff. They go out to like content creators.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
So like in the United States there's like the Kind of Funny guys, the Giant Bomb podcast. Well, actually they're kind of a website too, but they gave a lot of people a voice in this. And I think it's kind of trolly to put the Goose Game in, to be honest.
Why?
Because nobody's playing it because it's like a great video game. It's just a meme. It's just
How do you know?
dumb entertainment.
What do you think video games are? Well, there's a lot of video games that are dumb entertainment.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, have you played Call of Duty?
I can't believe you're the one telling me this, to be honest, because the games you play seem to be exactly what I think games
That's
are.
exactly my thought. The Goose Game is Sharknado.
There
It
we go.
really is.
Yeah.
But it's
But
funny.
it's a well-made game, and people have fun with it.
And they love it. So
And like, what else do you want?
yeah.
What else do you want?
It's like all the other little meme indie games that they make, like the one earlier we watched with the guy trying to get up the like
Getting over it?
yeah.
You know
No,
what I
fuck
want?
that game. Fuck that game and fuck the guy who made it who thinks he has some like bullshit story to tell. Fuck that thing.
I know what I want.
What?
I want to eat fresh. And
You
when
are-
I want to eat fresh, I get a $5 footlong.
Oh.
from
No,
Subway.
they're not giving us money.
Oh.
Fuck them.
The next day they call
maybe
you.
they'll hear my promotion, get inspired, and float us a few bucks. They clearly have a lot to spend if they're giving the Game Awards how
They're still trying to get away from Jared, all right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
they
are.
are. Let's be
Hey,
honest.
that's absolutely true.
Next up, we've got Best Fighting Game. Some weeb shit with Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11,
Yeah.
Samurai Showdown, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and the clear winner, Dead or Alive 6.
Oh no.
Okay, so I love fighting games, okay? So DOA 6 I do love.
You played it?
Yes.
What's
I
up?
love
I
okay.
played this fucking game. I don't
Wait,
know.
that's-
We talked about this.
okay,
I'm obsessed
That's
with
the
Dead or
other
Alive.
person that bought a copy of that game is you? They only sold 2 copies.
Okay, because I like the original DOAs. Come on.
And they're so good.
And they're good.
You
They're
do?
so good. Dead or Alive 3.
Okay,
Ooh,
granted.
let's go.
It's not Street Fighter because I go ham in competitive mode in Street Fighter, and it's not Marvel vs. Capcom, which I also go ham in. But in this category, I didn't vote for DOA.
As
I
a-
voted for Super Smash.
I know
because
Smash is gonna take it.
I love
100%.
Super
I don't know.
Smash.
if I
Everybody
will.
at Smash is gonna take it. No contest.
I don't think so.
Still, heart goes to DOA, but
I think
Voted
first
for
of all, to
Smash.
address the DOA stuff, as a future father of a young girl, that's the last game I would like her to play. I want her to play games that empower women and not use them as objects. So
Powers women to kick your ass. That's what it does.
is there even guys in that game? Is
There
it just
are.
girls beating each other up?
No,
Oh, okay.
you can play a girl and beat up a dude.
Okay.
Dang.
She can play again. Jiggle has to be all the way off though. The going to the Smash though, a lot of people don't even consider it a fighting game. I was surprised it was in there. Yeah.
no, they have it at Evo. It's one of their highlights.
Hey.
It is a fighting game championship.
I am with you. I am a forward.
FGC.
I am a modern gamer who agrees that FGC should be welcoming to games like Smash. But there's still the hard, right wingers out there in the gaming world who refuse to let Smash into their fighting game tournament.
Every single time I see a fighting game tournament, we have Marvel, we have Street Fighter, we have Mortal Kombat.
And then you have the paste eaters in the corner playing Smash. I know.
We have Skullgirls we had one year. And then we have Smash.
I know. I've been there. And you have the cool kids, the Street Fighter kids. And then you have the, they all break into their little groups. And then you got the outcasts who are all playing Smash.
Give them credit.
And they're the coolest. I love the Smash community, but they're just, I don't know. Like I said, it's just like an old-fashioned thing. Some people don't feel like Smash is a competitive fighting game. It's a competitive game, but
what else would you call it?
Well, what's crazy
like
is
a party game?
Like a true fighting game. The big complaints I've seen about it is like a fighting game is, Street Fighter, for example. A combo is a combo is a combo is a combo. Like there's always going to be the same buttons. You're going to get the same damage percentage, and there's the same, opportunities to switch the momentum. In Smash, it's way crazier, and you fly up differently at different percentages. There's no set move set. Things are just kind of wild.
You have to be skilled to do it.
Well, and Sakurai himself, the developer of the game, was saying that he didn't want this to be like a competitive fighting game. He's meant it to be a fun game where you just, I don't know. So I'm voting for Mortal Kombat 11. All that to say.
Vote for Dead or Alive 6, everybody.
What's the next one?
The story was garbage. Did you play the story?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It wasn't like the original. So.
Oh no. Oh wait, it's me. That we're waiting on me. I don't have my phone open. The next one is Best Family Game. This is a ridiculous category.
It is kind of ridiculous.
It is, and you know why?
I mean, okay, wait.
No, the category isn't ridiculous. The nominees are. Okay. Yeah, because Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Yoshi's Crafted World. This is the Nintendo category.
Just call it the Nintendo category.
It's the Nintendo category.
Yeah.
You tell me Goose Game isn't on Family Game of the Year?
Yeah.
They really handpicked. A lot of games got their only nominations in this category, and it's like we don't know what else to do with you.
Yeah.
The Ring Fit Adventure, if you guys have seen that's that workout game.
Yeah, which looks stupid.
How is that a family game?
That's a fit game.
Yeah.
It should be in a fitness category, which brings up Just Dance.
I was gonna say, Just Dance is like the only other one that's a thing
Dance
now.
Central
But
that
Dance
they
Central
need to
doesn't
remake
exist anymore.
Pokemon.
Dance Central was the superior one.
Man, Dance Central gave me some moves.
You know.
I know. I have my Connect and my Dance Central.
I think Pokemon Go.
The one that always got me was there was a Lady Gaga song.
Yes.
And you put it on the hardest difficulty. There was literally a pirouette in the dance.
Yes.
And I killed that one every time.
Wow.
You know what I want them to bring back, and I'm sure a lot of people might? DDR.
Hell yeah.
I'm waiting on the day that they just drop it on. It's like, and this Christmas you can get the DDR dance pack. I played that game out. I knew all the double jumps, the little moves. Like I
had because you could get the DDR mount that was the little plastic thing that
yes,
around all that.
That's what I had.
I had the nice one where it was a nicer material.
I wanted that so bad.
There was a foam insert, so it was a solid piece. Oh man, I wanted
that one so bad.
I killed it on that thing.
My best friend in my middle school, high school years, I'd go to his house every day after school, and we would play video games. And he had an older brother who that's what he did every time.
This.
But here's the thing: it wasn't even as cool as a dance pad. He was playing it on the PC and using his arrow keys.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I forgot that was a thing.
What?
Yeah.
You could play it with your controller too.
I
remember
on the Xbox.
That.
But I was like, why would I do this? I tried it once. I was like, ooh, I can get to this extra level. And
if I wanted to do that, I would go play Fusion Frenzy.
He was insane, and you were able to download because it was on PC.
I love that.
It was the Wild West. They had mods, so he was playing any game he wanted to. But I just remember seeing it, being like, man, there's no way he can do that on the dance pad. I've seen him.
That's great.
But he was really into this PC game. Good memories. What's the next one we got?
Best community support.
I don't think that's the next one.
I think it is. I think community support is the next one. I don't know.
Did you? I think you skipped a few
categories. I don't think I skipped anything.
There's a nice block here that doesn't quite look like the others.
I don't think so.
And I think choosing to ignore it is further setting my people back. Which is the esports, baby. Let's go. They gave us... wow, did you just dab?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, Boomer.
You gotta stop.
Damn it! Can I just not be the boomer once?
No, you have to find the moment, Corey, to call me a boomer.
You can't force it.
I took the shot.
Just let it happen.
Esports team. I'll take this one.
Go for it.
We got
Have fun.
Astralis, Counter-Strike, G2 Esports, League of Legends, OG in Dota 2, the San Francisco Shock, Overwatch League.
Who?
The San Francisco Shock.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
The San Francisco Shock, baby.
He did it.
Team Liquid for CSGO. A lot of great teams in there, but come on. There's only one logical choice here.
Team Liquid.
No.
I don't know any of these.
No. Team Liquid is a great North American Counter-Strike team. Our Counter-Strike team, back when Energy had one, would go toe-to-toe with those guys, and it was always amazing matches. But come on, man. Nobody has dominated their sport, their respective esport, as much as the Shock did. I think you should.
I think you might be a little biased.
No, 100%. Like, even not being biased, we won literally pretty much everything to win in the Overwatch League this season, besides the stage 1, 3. Yeah, besides the stage 1 and 3 finals. We won the stage 2 finals and had a perfect stage, the golden stage. It's where there's been other teams that go 7-0, but your game is set of like 4 maps, or a best of 4 or whatever. So you're playing a lot of games. We won every single map, undefeated. No one even took a round off us. Dang. Never been done before. Never will be done again.
That's huge.
We got the
not
MVP.
Even by you guys. You're really setting your bar low for yourself.
I mean, the odds are going to be bad because like next year we're going into road trips and stuff. But this is an incredible feat. We have the league MVP, the grand finals MVP, Roll Stars, and then after the season was done, 3 of our guys got called up to Team USA. Wow! So it's like when the Dream Team happened in the NBA, and then another 3 of our guys got to Team Korea. And they ended up getting first place, the American team, and third place, the Korean team. They said, we're not done after the Overwatch League. We're going to go to the World Cup and fuck their shit up too. And they did it. Lost Sheep in chat says, boo Shock. Boo you, sir. Everybody click that link Pocket Asian just dropped. If you vote on one thing this whole episode, vote for the SF Shock. Please, my job is on the line. I'll put it that way. Esports Player of the Year, Bugha. If you guys know him, he's the kid that won $3 million or a shitload of money from the Fortnite tournament. Lee Faker in League of Legends. Perks from League of Legends. Simple from
You see,
CSGO.
He's cheating. He's not reading the hard-to-read names. He's cheating.
I think it's called Intellect.
What's Simple's name?
Alexander Simple Kostylive.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And
nobody sent this.
See, it doesn't matter what these guys' names are because, again, there's only one in this thing that matters, and that is Jay Sinatra Juan.
You really think Bugha's not going to take this, though? It's going to be that kid.
I think either that kid's going to take it or maybe Faker if there's enough league people to vote for it. But
what makes, because there's 2 league guys here.
So Faker is a god. Like when I play. All
right, let's go.
Dang.
But when I say this, because whenever I play like norms and stuff, even ranked, if I make a move that's a legit move, I'm like, I made a Faker move. I'm Faker. Or I'll type in chat, I am Faker. And everyone like freaks out.
So that's your pop off. So why even put this other guy in the category? Isn't he going to...
I mean, he's really good too, but Faker is a god.
It seems like they would split the votes between like league fans. I think that's kind of what it comes to.
That's true.
People don't understand things outside of their bubble sometimes, which I could see why the Shock lost at the Esports Awards if maybe a lot of the people voting aren't following Overwatch or Overwatch League. And obviously League of Legends had a breakout year this year as far as viewership, attendance, everything was up. Like it is, they just came off a huge Riot, the big thing we talked about a few weeks ago with all the fun announcements. Yeah. So Riot stonks are like really, really high right now.
Riot's what?
Stonks.
Like stocks?
Yeah, stonks. So Riot stonks are going up.
No,
we're like both looking at each other like you said it so confidently the second time that we're like, am I wrong?
Yeah, I was making sure I heard it correctly too.
Do you know when am I wrong?
You said stonks or stocks?
Stonks.
As in stocks.
He meant to say stonks.
Just say stonks from now on.
He meant to
It's
say
a thing.
stonks.
It's a thing.
We're saying stonks then.
Yeah, look up stonks. You'll see it. But
Gotta
anyways,
invest in my stonks.
I think overall viewership for League is so high, so automatically more people are in that scene, they're gonna know. But like, I don't even think who won the championship this year.
For League?
Yeah.
It was some Korean Chinese team.
It wasn't
I have no
G2,
idea.
right?
No, because we had an American team go. They got really far in the championship, which I was rooting for, and then they didn't win. So I was kind of upset.
Like, if it's not Americans, I don't give a fuck.
That was the bummer for
that's what I was
the Esports
about
Awards.
Earlier. It's
you know,
just,
last week is the team that won was G2, the League team, and they didn't even win their championship. Which, okay, maybe they were dominant the rest of the time. Maybe they got, incredible players or whatever. But, like, our guys dominated an entire league. We went from mid-table. Like, we finished the league in 10th place, I think, last year. And this year, we were undoubtedly the best, most dominant team. And it wasn't close. Like, it was not even close. So I feel like
I think it's like the name recognition.
that's
like
what
people
it
know
is.
who's Cloud9. People know Spinat. Like,
And I think that's why Bugha could win this one too, because Bugha won his category in the Esports Awards as well. Yeah. And just because he's the kid who was on Fallon and won $3 million, Sinatra
Easily
was on
gonna
Fallon.
be him.
Mm-hmm.
So
but he's marketable. Like, the kid is marketable, like mass marketable.
Yeah, that's true.
Just Fortnite.
Because of Fortnite.
Just the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's crazy is because Fortnite, I don't know. It's not even an esport, everybody. Fortnite is not an esport. Esports host. We'll go through these ones kind of quick.
Yeah. You can't cheat with this one because her screen name's hard to read too.
Sajokis?
I think it's Syokz.
Shocks? I think it's Shocks.
Syokz?
It's Shocks.
Shokes or something?
SJOKZ.
I've heard that name thrown around. She's
I would say
definitely
Shokes.
a legend in esports hosting.
Fair enough.
She was actually one of the hosts of the Esports Awards, actually.
What's her name?
Shocks.
But what's her name?
Ififi Deportereri.
Oh, that was rough.
Was that wrong?
That was rough.
Is that wrong? Oh. Alex Machine
Better
Richardson.
than I would.
Paul Redeye.
Yeah.
Shalom. Alex Golden Boy Mendez and Candace. Let's say Candace.
Hers. I laugh so hard about hers because like she has like a harder to pronounce name for Americans, but then her screen name is just Candace.
So you're like, I'm in there.
Yeah, so she
say this.
Duan Candace Yushwang. Duan Candace Yushwang.
I
bet I just butchered that.
Who do you
I'm
think's
so
gonna
sorry,
win
ma'am.
Do you have any ideas?
You know who I
any
really
of
No,
those
wanted
people?
on this-
Golden Boy's the only name in there that I recognize.
And
You know who
that's
I wanted
crazy.
on this list?
Who?
The girl from the E3.
Which
The
one?
Asian girl for what's it called?
Oh,
I wanted
she
her
doesn't
on here.
count. She's not.
But she's not a
esports
commentator.
host.
So cute.
She's also not on that game anymore.
Yeah, she got fired.
I don't know if she got fired or she
Did
left.
she?
Well, it was probably controversial. She probably got a big head after she stole the show at E3 and was walking around like a shit
Really?
don't
Wow,
stink.
how dare you? How dare you? He has no idea.
Fame could go to your head,
idea.
man.
That's true.
I just gotta vote for Golden Boy. I love Goldie. I've seen him at every event I've ever been to. He works Rocket League. He does Halo. He does Overwatch. He does everything. He does shows with The Rock on NBC.
Sorry, what?
Wow.
Yeah, The Rock had like that reality show for a minute, and Golden Boy.
Reality show or the workout show?
It was like a reality workout show. I think they
Oh, yeah,
eliminated
yeah, I know what you're
people
talking about. Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah. You didn't know about this, Emma?
Yeah.
As
It
That
was
was my
sick.
husband?
Yeah.
He still has it.
I thought
he
he
has
would've
a
told
season
you.
2.
So Golden Boy should be back for that.
Yeah.
He's an AEW wrestling commentator.
Wow.
He's just the man.
Okay.
In fact, he does too much where it's annoying.
Oh, wow.
It's like, calm down, bro. More people need to get jobs. You see Golden
Calm
Boy
down.
on everything. Like, let some other people get some food.
He's
going
the
on.
Troy Baker and Nolan North of esports
He
commentating.
really is.
Oh, wow.
But until someone could take the crown, I guess he's just holding on to it, man. He's the best. Esports Game of the Year. Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch.
Of course I voted for League.
Fortnite's
Traitor.
going to take
What
this.
a
I just
traitor.
assume Fortnite's going to take all this bullshit.
I hope not. People were actually pissed off that Fortnite was even nominated because it's a very terrible esport. Like, it's not meant like to know
Yeah.
who's the true best. They threw a shitload of money into prize money. But
because okay, like I don't play Fortnite like that, but don't you have teams for Fortnite?
You can do squads,
Or
duos, or solos.
Oh, okay.
and I think that big competition was all solos.
Gotcha.
So it was every man for
He won solos, but they had championships for squads, for duos, and for
Yes.
solos.
Yeah.
And then the
Gotcha.
attention was on him for the solos.
Because
that's the true, like, 1 versus 99.
The biggest
Gotcha.
condensed prize pool was in that
And
one.
yeah,
Okay.
the most money,
As much as I obviously love Overwatch and would say Overwatch League, like it's undeniable how successful League of Legends was this year, and
Yeah.
a huge year, while a lot of other games I think are struggling in viewership and things like that. So League of Legends definitely gets the nod in my book. Esports event, Overwatch League Finals, EVO 2019, Fortnite World Cup, IEM Katowice 2019, League of Legends Championship, and then the International 2019 League of Legends.
Yeah, I feel like I was torn between Evo and League of Legends, but then I was like, Evo. I didn't
was
really
at
hear of it
Evo,
a lot
wasn't
this
that
year,
great.
but League I did, so I voted League.
EVO is great, but it's a fighting game tournament. It's a big one, but it's still the same thing. Couple convention tables. There's no huge spectacle. And when it comes down to it, everyone just crowds into these little chairs and
Yeah.
watches and screams, which is fun, grassrootsy.
Yeah.
Fortnite was a huge spectacle, but it was like done during the day in an outdoor field, and it just felt like I was watching video game Coachella, kind of. These,
okay.
but
League is in like
League
a
of Legends
stadium, like a
with
concert stadium.
insane pyrotechnic stuff and like holograms.
They always have
and,
like music stars, like they literally made a song.
yeah. So
yeah.
again, League of Legends just doing things on their own thing.
They had
These-
Louis Vuitton this year.
What, as a sponsor?
Yeah, like they made the trophy case,
Oh my
like
god!
the actual luggage.
Oh, was it hideous?
That's next
Oh,
level.
it's beautiful.
That's next
Fair
level.
enough.
Esports coach.
It's beautiful.
Coaches. You know what? We're gonna skip coaches. Not important. Content creator of the year.
Wow.
Well, another
Wow.
again. We're talking esports. We're talking, dominant teams.
I see how
Shock,
it is,
obviously.
Corey.
Coach Krusty, our guy from the Shock, is a god tier coach. What he has done to morph these guys. Shock is a super team, and it takes an incredible coach to keep a team in egos in check, to keep them from like imploding, performing to their potential, all those things.
You don't think any of these team coaches deserve recognition?
Nope.
Wow.
Nope. Because
I'm shocked.
Because I believe.
Nominated
Thank
for
you.
esports coach is Eric Arden Hogue, Nuri Kane Jong,
Yeah. This is,
Fabian Grabs Loman, Kim Koma Jong-gyun, Tituan, whose name I just fucked up, Sokshka Merlot,
And anyone
and
else who
Danny
can't say that.
Zonic Sorensen.
It was worth it just to hear you go through those.
How dare you?
I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to begin to vote on these guys.
Yeah.
Content creator of the year. Pretty strange thing because I don't think they've done this category before.
Did they not do it
I
last
thought they
year?
did it last year.
No, I think they had a different name for it.
Yeah, okay.
They kind of changed it to content creator of the year. Before it was called like trending gamer. or
Yes.
something which is kind of cringy, which is probably why they swapped it.
Didn't
Didn't
Ninja
Dr.
win
Disrespect
last
just
year?
win at the Esports Awards for
Oh.
this?
He did.
And I was like, is he relevant?
You know what I thought more people would have picked up on? Which, I mean, I'm not saying anybody was throwing shade, but I think it was just a poor choice of words from Golden Boy. But when Golden Boy was giving his opening speech, and crushing it with his jokes, one of the things he called out Dr. Disrespect, and Dr. Disrespect, like I guess might have dissed him before or something. He was standing up and yelling at him, and Golden Boy was like, "Oh, that 2-timer." And
Hey!
yeah, and then
It's funny.
I was thinking like
Get 'em.
with what he did to his wife, and she's right there, and you just
Get
call him
'em.
a 2-timer. Like that's a little sketch because I mean I don't think he meant it that way, but
Dang.
Yeah, he
Shots
did.
fired.
He
could
did.
have easily if they weren't homies, that would have been a real low blow.
Get him.
Courage. He's on there from 100 Thieves. Dr. Lupo, Ewok, some guy named Gref Gref.
Greg with an F.
Yeah, Greg, and then Shroud.
I feel like Courage
Yeah.
will get it for sure.
What do you
With
think?
everything that's happened.
Shroud is the only name on that list that I know.
Why do you think Courage?
Courage? Just because of everything, like recently.
100 Thieves and
Yeah.
his big announcements.
Yeah. And he has a big following. I don't know.
Isn't he
I
the
feel
one that
like-
just went to YouTube?
I feel like
He
that's
is.
an easy
That's him.
hit for him to say, like, hey, go vote for me. I was nominated for this thing. So.
Dr. Lupo is widely respected too. This is just a good category. I think you can vote easily for Courage, Dr. Lupo, or Shroud, and it'll be one of those guys. I don't anticipate being these other guys.
Anyway,
community support.
Best community support: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege.
I feel like Fortnite's gonna win this.
I don't know enough about the community for any of these to have an opinion.
I think this is one. So it says recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness.
Does that mean with streamers on Twitch? Because I could see Fortnite getting it because of all the community aspects in that way.
Devs communicating with fans about patches and fixes and various things like that.
I can still see Fortnite getting this.
I think so.
Because it's not about the community, so it's not about whether the community is toxic. It's about the community support, as far as I understand it, from like the dev side.
Gotcha.
I
still say Fortnite.
I think it's weird because Fortnite's in that spot. Like, if I had a nickel for every time I saw somebody tweet like revert to the last patch, it doesn't seem like they listen to the community. They do amazing marketing stunts that keeps the game alive, but as far as like looking at the game, recognizing what things are broken and then fixing them in a timely manner, I don't think they've really hit it out the park. But again, at the same time, I'm not in the Rainbow Six thing, so I don't know how fast they patch things. So Apex too, like how long was the Mozambique shitty before they kind of tweaked it? Seemed to be a while.
Right, but they acknowledged that very early on. They're like, it's not supposed to be great.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a shit gun. Congratulations, you've discovered the purpose for the gun.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm up in the air on that category.
Yeah, I don't know enough about any of them. Yeah. Best audio design. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which with one of the biggest concerns about this game being about the audio, I don't think should be nominated.
Yeah.
Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
I'm at a loss on this category because
like audio as in
I think this is like sound effects, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design, not music, but just how
the actual sound of the game, like what it like. So for the reason that I don't think Call of Duty should be nominated is one of the biggest complaints is the sound of the footsteps.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think Death Stranding might get this.
I don't know, because like I don't know that I'm like there's nothing in there that I'm really thinking like, oh, that sounds really great. You know what, actually no, I remember thinking about this. I don't want this to win because I don't want that stupid fucking crying baby winning for sound design. All right, do not give that stupid BB and his stupid crying for my controller screaming at me. No.
The baby will be the one that comes to accept the award. Is what's going to happen if that one wins.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm just surprised to see Gears 5 in there. Finally, like
maybe it's like the sound of like the squelching of chainsawing people apart.
That's what I was thinking. Like chainsaws melding together. So maybe
Gears.
Yeah, it's only really nominated in.
It's nominated for this, and it was nominated for performance from Laura Bailey.
Okay, and then they have one other one too, I think, coming up.
Yeah.
So not too many, compared to some of the other games. So maybe it'll win for this. I don't know.
Best art direction presented by Samsung QLED. Gotta keep that in there. They paid a lot of money for it. Yeah. Control, Death Stranding, Gris. Somebody fucking tell me how to pronounce that. Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
So I again saw an opportunity to vote for
Legend of Zelda.
Same.
I did the same.
I tossed the vote over that, but it's cute.
Yeah,
look how great it looks.
Yeah,
you're both awful. I don't know. Gris, I love the look of. I love the look of that game. Control looks again like it looks really cool, and I really want to play that before I have a chance to like form an opinion. Death Stranding, they spent a shit ton of time on those. If I have to look at one more angle of Norman Reedus' ass, however, they do have every angle of all of these things. So I don't know.
Next one.
Best action adventure game: Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Almost identical to the art direction.
And what's kind of interesting here too is the next category we're about to read is best action game. Yeah,
which is different than the action adventure game.
I have no idea. In the description, action adventure this is the best action adventure game combining combat with transversal and puzzles. Transversal.
Traversal.
Oh yeah, I guess there's no N in there.
Okay, boomer. Gotcha again.
That's just a hooked on phonics problem he's got.
Well, David's not here to mess up words, so clearly I'm here to do it. So yeah, so they're just adding that other element of like puzzle solving.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. I went with Zelda again.
Of course you
Same.
did.
Yeah.
I want to play Control. Best action game: Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus, which I completely forgot came out this year.
Me too.
I voted for Gears 5.
Really? Did you play?
I like Gears.
Did you finish it?
No. But I played.
That's why I wouldn't vote for it, because I love Gears, and I was so excited for Gears to come out, for Gears 5 to come out, and it wasn't until I'm reading through these nominations that I realized I didn't finish it. Like, it lost me like halfway through the game, and I just didn't care anymore. And that's a bummer.
I feel like Gears will get this.
But Gears should almost win just for the Hamilton scene.
Wait, what?
Oh my god. So, there's a whole section of the game that's like Hamilton.
Wait, it is Hamilton or it's like Hamilton?
It is. So you're walking through like a city that's been attacked and abandoned out, and one of the things you go through is a theater. And as I'm walking through like the city, I see a poster, and I was like, oh my god, that's a really fucking funny Hamilton reference, because it's like the Hamilton poster with like the star, and he's like standing, but except it's a cog. And it's cogs.
I did not notice that until just now. Mind blown. Keep going.
But so I saw the poster and I was like, that's a really amazing reference. Like, I was like over the moon that there was like a poster like scattered in. You go through the theater is Hamilton. The poster is everywhere. You find lyrics. When you go onto the stage, it's the exact set design of Hamilton. Because I just seen Hamilton like 2 weeks before I played it. And I was like, this is literally the set. They even have the moving stairs like off in the wings.
Oh my god.
That's pretty cool that they put that level of detail into it.
Hilarious. I did not want to leave.
For nerds out there who like that kind of stuff.
I was like, there is some massive Hamilton fan on the dev team that spent like thousands of dollars putting this in the game.
That's pretty cool.
And I hope it wins just for that.
Game of the year. This is the big one.
Game
this is
of
the
the
one
year.
for all of the marbles.
Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
So that's what my heart is definitely saying. And okay, let's
That's what your soul is saying.
Go ahead. Let's be 100% honest with each other here. Is this a strong year for video game awards?
No.
With this is the creme de la creme right here. And they put games like Resident Evil 2, a remake.
People loved it. People were very excited about it.
I mean, it's a remake. Even Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It's cool, but this game is not revolutionizing.
I feel like there's a lot of games coming out next year, but I feel like a competitor this year would have been Cyberpunk and Outer Worlds. Would have been like competitors, like straight up.
Yeah.
Whereas next year, I feel like Cyberpunk's gonna be.
I've heard a lot. Well, the
maybe?
thing, remember, none of us have played. Or you watched Sekiro, but you and I haven't played Sekiro. But like, I heard nothing but phenomenal things about that game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think that definitely ranks up there with Game of the Year, like contenders.
I think what hurts it is being an exclusive, but and even
is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
but
exclusive
I
for
mean,
PlayStation.
do you really think so?
So is Death Stranding.
I was about to say, well, last year's Game of the Year was what, God of War?
God of War.
So,
also
and
a
it was
PlayStation
exclusive. So.
I'm looking at the past Game of the Year winners and going back, like these are Hall of Fame games. Dragon Age Inquisition, amazing, incredible, large scale game with a history. Yeah. Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, people still playing that game. It's getting a Netflix series. Overwatch. Although right now it's not at its peak popularity, at that time in 2016, Overwatch was the shit. Yeah. Everyone was dressing as it. Everyone knew what Overwatch was. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, a huge launch game for the most successful Nintendo system we've seen in almost ever. God of War last year, again, storied franchise, major reboot. Boy, we all knew what was going on. Yeah. This year, none of these games, even the one I voted for.
Was Red Dead not on?
You only played one of these games. No, you played two of these games.
Which ones?
Red Dead 2?
You played Smash and you played Outer Worlds.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about, but look at the old Game of the Years though. I played Inquisition, I played Witcher 3, I played Overwatch, I played Zelda.
I know, but of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like nothing in here screams Game of the Year. Like even just critical reception. Like I never played Last of Us, but there was so much fanfare, so much. Everybody was talking about this game that I was respectful of its inclusion. But Death Stranding shouldn't have been nominated. What the fuck? This game just came out.
You had a vendetta against Death Stranding since day one. You can't trust anything Cory says about Death Stranding.
But it came out. It's kind of a meme. It's getting butchered by review. It's not like critically receptive where everyone's like, this is the game. It always feels like we have those. Resident Evil 2, like I said, remake. Yeah. We're putting remakes for Game of the Year? Yeah. Imagine if it wins, what that says about video games.
I mean, we do that for movies.
Was Gears in this category?
No.
Interesting.
Okay.
Gears was not Game of the Year.
Imagine.
But I'm interested. It's interesting to see it's not in the category.
That like a remake got in over Gears.
Yeah.
Imagine if Resident Evil won. That would be a slap in the face to everybody who made a fucking video game this year.
Yeah.
It's like this one from the 90s got a facelift and it's better than all the shit out right now. I'm voting for Outer Worlds just because I think it's great.
Vote for Outer Worlds.
Smash
Obsidian
feels like it's missed its window. Like it was a great game, but there's no one's replaying it. Like everyone's just fighting. It's a party game. Sekiro, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Resident Evil.
I feel like you're basing this though off of just like you haven't seen anything on Twitter about it, so it doesn't matter.
It's not just Twitter though. I mean, I talk to a lot of people. I talk to a lot of I talk to a lot of esports people, granted, but I talk to a lot of people who play video games, and I've never once had someone come up to me and say, "Dude, bro, Control, get on that game, best game of the year."
I remember when that came out. That thing was everybody was hyped on that game for like quite a while. I was seeing it everywhere. That's why I wanted to play it so bad, because I just kept hearing everything about it.
I have to check this out.
It just seems like a very weak year. I think Cyberpunk being
Cyberpunk is next year. Last of Us 2 is next year.
Star Wars would probably be making rounds.
Yeah, Fallen Order. Fallen Order. Were you the one saying it was technically eligible this year?
Yeah, like the day before the ballot, because any game that's out, the people who are nominating things can nominate. Like,
it would have been dumb to nominate Fallen Order or Sword and Shield though, because it's like they've been out for 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's exactly.
I'm surprised Death Stranding was eligible because it came out a week before.
Yeah. I think that there'll be more games next year because isn't the Xbox dropping next year?
E3 at the end of the year.
Yeah, but they'll probably say exclusives and all that. So
yeah, so both PS5 and Xbox Scarlet drop holiday 2020.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with it. I think this was a slow year for games.
Yeah.
I feel like last year we kind of took it for granted and we didn't realize how much gold there actually was, and even the year before that.
I feel like I've been playing shit nonstop.
You have, and a lot of those games were nominated.
Been playing good shit.
Yeah.
Playing good shit. All right.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to go to thegameawards.com and vote for the San Francisco Shock and Sinatra. You could leave all the other ones blank.
Vote for Sea of Solitude.
Vote for Sea of Solitude. Okay. Yeah, whatever. If you have time. Get in, vote for Sinatra, Shock, so I can keep my job. I'd really appreciate that. EmmaSkies, you've been active on the streaming all the time. You actually did a very good review last night of all these nominees by yourself on the Fire Up channel.
Yes,
so you've been cross-streaming. Where can people watch all of your content?
You can find me at twitch.tv/EmmaSkies. You can find me on the Instagram at EmmaSkies, the Twitter at EmmaSkies, the
world,
the everything at EmmaSkies, except for, I don't know. There's something that my Ubisoft account, I couldn't get EmmaSkies because somebody stole it. And now my Ubisoft account keeps getting logged into from Pakistan. Don't know what's up with that.
Jeez.
Keep getting those emails. That's fun. But I will be streaming Thursday, Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, Sunday. We'll find out.
All right. And then any streaming for you yet, Lexie?
Well, you guys just come to my house and
set it all up for you? Hey, maybe.
I need help.
You let me know when.
Yeah.
All I have is video snippets of my snipes in my game for content. So as soon as we set that up, I'll tell you guys. But you can follow me on Twitter at LexieJPR. So.
You gotta say it we gotta say it loud, say it proud. Where is it?
Follow me on Twitter at LexieJPR.
There you go. Follow us on Videogame BANG on Twitter, twitch.tv if you want to hang out with us and enjoy the show live. You can do that on Wednesdays and Saturdays sometimes, maybe in the future. We'll see about that. Actually, no, I do have a Saturday show planned that's going to be pretty lit this weekend. We're going to be doing an interview with you never know who's in your own community because, we go out to the events and stuff and we meet a lot of people, but there's huge content creators in your backyard that I'm sure you don't know about. So we're going to have one of those types on the show this weekend.
We're not teasing who it is?
That's a tease. It's a giant YouTuber, like way bigger than I would have ever thought we'd had just chilling in our area.
Fair enough.
So they'll be here. Go check out Oblivion Comics and Coffee. Please do yourselves a favor. They have the
bingo night tomorrow. Sorry, Thursday.
Oh, so
tonight.
Tonight, if you're listening to this the day it comes out, tonight, Sacramento, go out there. We had our trivia night this last week. It was a lot of fun. And the next one's going to be a big one because we're going to be doing Star Wars trivia. Ooh. And it's winter time, so they change up what's on the menu. And they swapped out the VGB drink. So before, it was the VGB Sunrise. Now, it is the VGB PB&J. No, VGB PB. Right, Emma?
No idea.
It's peanut butter and it's freaking incredible. That's all I got to say. Oh my gosh. We got to test drink it like a year ago and Neil made it and he came out and it was like in a golden cup and we all dranketh from this cup and we're like, oh my God, that's the drink. And they were holding on to it for a special occasion. The special occasion is the winter. So if you are in Sacramento and you want to taste literal heaven,
manna,
angel tears is what it's actually the secret ingredient. Please go to Oblivion Comics and Coffee, get the VGB P and B, and it's amazing. That's it. That's the show. Thank you guys so much for listening. For EmmaSkies, Lexie, my name is Cory saying, you've just been banged.